HANRadio.com.
Welcome back to this special edition of Coffee Break on HANRadio.com. We're live in Bennington, Vermont, and you're looking at the front page of last week's Vermont News Guide. Our partners up here in Vermont with Hersam, Acorn, and we are joined right now by Fidel Moreno, who's on the cover here of the Vermont News Guide, and which
nice photo.
It's a great photo. The Rock, Rattle, and Drum Powwow is coming. Or happened, rather, right?
No, it's coming
this
this weekend.
Coming up this weekend. Sorry.
Right.
I'm a little behind on my Vermont News Guide reading. We did just get in last night, Fidel. So tell us about the decade now.
Right. This is our 10th annual, and we're really happy to be here in Vermont. There's a lot of native folks and friends that have been coming to our powwow for the past 10 years. We move it in the tri-state region. We move every 2 years, very much in the tradition of native people. We move. Keep moving, they say, and take it light on the earth. So we move, and between New York, Vermont, and New York, this is our first, Massachusetts, this is our first time in Vermont.
Oh, great.
And a lot of folks have been talking to us about coming to Brattleboro, Pownell, and Bennington, and we chose Bennington because just the people are really good-hearted here, really welcoming.
Yeah.
That's what we found.
Yeah.
We just got up here from Connecticut last night,
Yeah.
and we've had a great time here. We've been here less than 24 hours. Already met a lot of nice people.
Sure. The Housatonic Heritage Foundation out of Connecticut used to fund us every year while we were in their footprint. And really nice people also doing some great work in Connecticut. And we also thought about Connecticut, but we really said, time to go north. Time to go north. And we're really glad we did. We're at the Veterans Home this year. Very special.
Okay.
I don't know if you know about powwow, but at every powwow in North America, from Canada and all through the lower 48 states, every American Indian powwow, no matter where it happens, on or off tribal reservation land, starts with a grand entry at 1 o'clock. So people don't want to miss that on Saturday, Sunday. 1 o'clock is the grand entry, which is the official start of the powwow. So all the dancers come in, and they're brought in with an honor guard, and there's a flag song, an invocation, and a special song, Native American rendition of the national anthem in a Native American language.
Wow.
So very few people have heard that except Native people.
Right.
And but anyway, so we always honor veterans. The first song, the first dance is always for veterans. 99.9% of tribes have very strong warrior societies.
Right.
So we always honored our veterans, and our veterans bring us into the dance arena. So the U.S. flag, tribal flags, the honor guard, the colors, they're all going to come in at that time. It's very powerful, very emotional. Last year at the Adams Agricultural Fairgrounds, where we had our 2-year powwow, we had a 96-year-old World War II veteran come in. And carrying a flag, we were very honored that he was part of our powwow. This year we have, again, for the 6th year in a row, the 65th Battalion Vietnam veterans out of Pittsfield that are going to be our honor guard. And I believe also, too, that the Family Outreach Center, Vietnam Center, at the Veterans Home is also going to have an honor guard. John Miner is the director of that program, and that's who we're working with there. So a lot's going to happen on that weekend. We got
sounds like it.
24-foot teepee coming up. We're going to have a lot of lecturers, medicine people, healers. We've got 35 Native American arts and crafts vendors coming from all regions of the United States. We've got Native people coming from all over, as far as Canada, as far as Florida, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona. And, of course, we have a lot of tribes coming from the New England region.
Right.
And so with this year we're honoring the Abenaki, otherwise called sometimes too Abenaki. But we have Chief Roger Longtoe that's going to do the official welcome on Saturday and Sunday for us. It's his traditional. These are the traditional lands, territories of the Mohican and Abenaki people.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Now, Fidel, I'm sorry, Josh. I was just going to ask, for people that have never been or maybe don't know, what is the history of the powwow? What is the meaning behind it?
Well, there's several interpretations, but the one that I keep hearing the most and the one that I adhere to is that powwow comes from the Algonquin word, which means to gather, come together. And traditionally, powwows are held throughout the year because now you have indoor facilities.
Right.
But powwows mostly happened in the spring, the summer, and the fall. Mostly big powwows in the summer. In this area, you have a lot of, for example, in Wabika Golf Course was actually the site of Mohican gatherings for many of the Mohican extended families. You have the natural confluence of the three valleys there, and you have a lot of springs, just like you have a lot of water here in Vermont in this area. All Route 7 was a Mohican foot trail. And so the Mohicans used to trade a lot with the Abenakis, with the Crees, the Hurons. So powwow was a time when families came together to gather, trade, share information, anniversaries, weddings, name-giving ceremonies, giveaways. You know, maybe someone was wounded or hurt, or someone made it through a tough winter.
Right.
So they wanted to express their gratitude and thankfulness, and they would put on a big feast and invite all the families to come. And so drums would come out, family drums would come out, and there would be songs, honor songs for different reasons, name-giving songs, you know, rites of passage songs, young men coming into manhood, young women going into womanhood, or people coming back from a successful war party. So there's a lot of reasons, and that all was done over the weekend.
Okay.
By several families. It'd be a schedule, kind of, if you will, of what family was going to do what feast at what time. And these would go on day and night for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days.
Wow. It's a long weekend.
Right, but now we
It's a
work,
fun
right?
weekend,
Now we
though.
got 40-hour work week.
Now we can only do 2 days.
So, right, so we have a 2-day event, and there's camping, and it's very family-friendly, very multi-generational, and people from all walks of life come to it because there's something for everybody.
$7 for 1-day admission. That's a great deal.
And that's been our price for the last 4 years. So we're going to raise it, but we came to Bennington and said, let's keep it the way it is.
It's the same. I like that.
Make sure we get some. Yeah, it's a really, really a great event.
So, Fidel, what does it mean to you to keep this American Indian tradition alive?
Well, you know, I come from the Arizona Southwest Territories, and coming out here, I worked in actually the media that you all are in. I worked as an ethnographic documentary filmmaker for 28 years. I don't know if you remember Kevin Costner's 500 Nations.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
I was the producer and director for the ethnographic content for that, but I worked for National Geographic and CNN, and I came out here to work on the 500 Nations series. I was doing something on the King Philip's War. And I was just amazed at how much Native American history there is out here and how many people don't know it. So there are people that do.
Right.
And so I do a lot of public speaking and show my films at colleges. But I really feel it's part of American history. When we talk about early American history, you know, it's important because a lot of people don't know that this form of democracy that we practice here in the United States didn't come from Europe. Its roots are not European. Its roots are indigenous to North America. It comes from the 6 nations, the Iroquois Confederacy. Benjamin Franklin, Adams, Washington, all of those had contacts and spent a lot of time with the Iroquois Confederacy. And so they took the template of its system of checks and balances, because the grandmothers are the ones that choose the chiefs and take out the chiefs. Yeah, that's one reason why the founding fathers didn't give the women the right to vote.
Yeah, they were worried that would happen.
Right,
it
exactly. Exactly. So a lot of our system of checks and balances come directly from the template of the Iroquois Confederacies. And there's a really good book written about that called The U.S. Constitution and the Iroquois Confederacy. But so I love sharing with people not only our traditions and culture, but also Native American history. There's some, great, wonderful books out now that really share the contributions of indigenous people of North America to the world.
Right.
Pharmacopoeia, foods. 80% of the foods you eat are indigenous to North America and come from Native American tribes. Aspirin, is a Native American.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, from red willow. Red willow is aspirin base, and so they used to drink it in a tea or smoke it in their pipes.
That's fascinating.
To deal with pain, because they also had pain too, arthritis too, amongst Native people. But anyway, there's a lot of cultural sharing that's going to be great at the powwow. A lot of elders from different tribes are coming. Our MC comes from the Mohicans. He's been with us 9 years, Aaron Athey. And, the other thing, too, is we've got some great partnerships. Southern Vermont College has come on board. They're going to have a booth. The Veterans Home opened its heart and its arms to us, and I just can't say enough good things about the Veterans Home here in Vermont. I give 20 hours a week there in volunteer time working. I do every Monday a Native American chanting healing meditation in the chapel at 10 a.m. And veterans with PTSD from the Veterans Home and outside the community come there.
Oh, that's amazing.
And there's they just got an award, a national award for Namaste, which is a meditation program that they do. They're doing amazing things at the Veterans Home, and so we were really honored to be able to us, that's hallowed ground over there. There's Civil War veterans buried over there. It's just amazing history. It's the second oldest Veterans Home in the country.
Yeah, it's amazing because I know there's very deep veterans roots up here in Vermont, and of course throughout New England,
right?
And along with native roots out here. You talk about the footpaths for
it's melding the two.
It's most of our streets and roads all around, particularly this part of the country, were all set by those Indian footpaths to move along, which is kind of neat. Even our own Route 7, which continues all the way down into Connecticut, and leads right to the Norwalk River.
Absolutely, the Schaghticoats are all Mohegans are all part of the same Algonquin-based family, extended family.
Wow.
What's interesting, when I first moved out here, I started seeing Onoda, Wacona, Pontusic, and they didn't sound Polish or Irish to me. I started asking, what are these names from? Where do they come from? And, I had a wide variety of range of answers from people, but it was really interesting to start doing the research, and there's so much history here.
There really is. There really is. Well, this sounds like a great event.
This
Fidel.
weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Come on out. It's a wonderful event.
A good reason to stick around, Bennington, or make your way up here this weekend. Thank you so much for taking some time to join us.
And for more information, healingwinds.net.
Healingwinds.net. Gates open at 10 a.m. and Saturday it's till 8, Sunday it's till 6 p.m. 1 o'clock grand entry on both days.
It doesn't sound like something that anyone would want to miss.
No.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fidel. Take care.
Thanks.
Oh, it's a beautiful day here in
show this?
Bennington, Vermont.
Hold it up,
yeah,
please.
hold that up. AJ, can we get get a shot of that? As we talk about this beautiful day, the sun's coming in and out here in Vermont. It's 79 degrees and gorgeous out, and I think it's just supposed to be beautiful again this weekend from what I've seen.
Next year, maybe y'all can broadcast it live.
That would be fun.
That would
be
a
lot of fun.
That would be great.
That'd be fun.
That would be
We
so
would
much
love
fun.
that.
Well, we're going to take a break.
I don't know, your tech over there's going, no.
Absolutely.
No. He wants to go. He wants to go.
No, I want to be
We're
there.
going.
All right, good.
All right.
You are listening and watching a special edition of Coffee Break here with the Vermont News Guide at vermontnews-guide.com.